Hours before detonating a Cybertruck in front of the Trump Hotel Las Vegas, Matthew Livelsberger, a decorated 37-year-old Green Beret, sent an email of approximately 1,200 words to former intelligence officer Sam Shumate. This document, later read on Sean Ryan's podcast, describes what he believed to be technology capable of redefining the laws of physics, along with references to covert military operations that he classified as war crimes. In these revelations, he attributed to systems referred to as GDIC the existence of drones with gravitational propulsion, allegedly operated by China from submarines in the Atlantic Ocean, and claimed that these craft possessed extraordinary payload capacity, to the point of being able to remain suspended over strategic locations. He also recounted episodes in Afghanistan and stated that he had participated in airstrikes in 2019 in the province of Nimruz, where, according to his testimony, hundreds of civilians were killed in a single day. Incidents that the United Nations had already pointed out as possible war crimes. In his message, he also said he had felt under surveillance for more than a week, attributing that monitoring to federal agencies, and described attempts to evade those he believed were following him while driving the vehicle in which, days later, his life would ultimately come to an end. The explosion occurred at 4:47 a.m. on a Wednesday, and the blast echoed throughout the Las Vegas Strip in the state of Nevada. Sheriff Kevin McMahill stated that the body found inside was almost unrecognizable. Among the remains, various personal items were recovered, including military identification documents. Meanwhile, the FBI's version, expressed by Special Agent Spencer Evans, was that this was a tragic case of a fatal self-inflicted decision associated with post-traumatic stress. However, his supporters point out that Livelsberger held a TSSCI security clearance, a United States government security designation that combines two levels: top secret and sensitive compartmented information. Additionally, he claimed to have access to programs related to unidentified aerial phenomena, something he explicitly mentioned in his manifesto. The controversy intensified when Elon Musk commented on X that the vehicle, a Cybertruck, had contained the explosion and directed the energy upward, suggesting that this may have prevented greater harm to people. While authorities insist that this was a case stemming from mental health issues, the manifesto attributed to the Green Beret states that he had scheduled the revelation of his identity for January 1st, with the intention of protecting what he described as crucial information to prevent a global war, including extraterrestrial technology. But what exactly did that manifesto say? Authorities recovered a 6-page manifesto from Matthew Livelsberger's phone after the explosion of a Tesla Cybertruck in front of the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas on January 1st, 2025. In it, Livelsberger expressed that the attack was a wake-up call for the United States. The U.S. Department of Defense classified the manifesto and will not make it public for another 50 years. How is it that a simple letter from someone who would end his own life ends up being classified by the military? That, of course, makes no sense at all. And yet, unofficial sources who reportedly had access to the document during the FBI investigation claim that in the text, the author mentioned having access to classified programs related to unidentified flying craft, something that, according to his followers, would prove that he operated within the most restricted levels of government security. Additionally, he spoke about his participation in tactical military operations in different Middle Eastern countries where crimes against civilians were committed and where classified military technology was tested, including invisibility camouflage, biological weapons, and even nanotechnology weapons that directly affect the human body. Of course, none of this has been proven, and it would not be very intelligent to expect it to be proven anytime soon, since all such work, operations, and military developments are obviously top secret. That is why the debate surrounding this tragedy persists, as some see in this case a self-inflicted death resulting from trauma, while others interpret the violent end of his life as the sacrifice of someone who tried to reveal secrets that, if true, could transform our understanding of physics, warfare, and the real power exercised behind the most opaque systems. What do you think? Let us look beyond the truth, with an investigation by Edward Betancourt. Until next time.